1941, somewhere in the shores of Germany. Walter Walter, the head of the family, is cutting the log of woods. Emilia, the mother, is drying her clothes. Shoshana and Sophia, the two kids, are playing on the seashore by flying kites. It was a beautiful evening in Germany. Sophia quickly runs to her mother and says, "Mommy, can I get the other kite to fly too?" "No, Shoshana, I've said so many times, only one kite should fly at a time." After all, Sophia is just a kid to understand the consequences of flying two kites at a time. After all, it was a period of Holocaust in Germany where Jews were killed in masses and masses. Emilia spots a distant vehicle coming towards her house. From the model of the van and the way it is approaching, she knows that it is the vehicle of a Nazi army. She quickly runs towards Shoshana, pulls her by hand, and pulls her forcefully into the house. Walter, the father, also goes behind her. They open a compartment on the basement of their living room. They ask Shoshana to get inside that. Shoshana says, "No, I will hide by the sides of the well." But still, they are not convinced. They force her to enter into the basement. The basement was built for anything but living things. It was so dark that she could rarely see anything. She could rarely breathe. But still, she has to stay there for some time. They quickly close the compartment, and Emilia, the mother, rushes to the sand and tries to clear the footprints of Shoshana. Meanwhile, the father, Walter, takes a knife and sticks it under the table of the living room. Then they again continue to do their work. The military van comes and stops before their house. A man, someone of the rank colonel, comes down with 3 armed men. The colonel introduces himself as Hans Landa, and he also says that he has this nickname called the Jew Hunter, which he absolutely adores. He then asks Walter so that he wants to talk with him something privately, so that can we get into his house. And they both get into the house with just the guards and the family living outside. And Walter offers him a glass of milk, and the guy drinks the milk and says, "Wow, this is one of the finest milk that I have ever had. Thank you for that. And the reason that I came here is I wanted to talk to you about the Jewish family that lived in your neighboring field. Do you know anything about them?" Apparently, the man and the woman were killed a year ago by the Nazis. But our records seem to say that a child called Shoshana has gone missing. So, do you know anything about her? Well, no, I don't know anything about her, but I don't know for sure, but I have heard only rumors. Wow. I love rumors. Facts can be so misleading, but rumors, true or false, are often revealed. So please go ahead. Actually, I heard that she was taken out of the country. She was taken to France by her maternal uncle. That's what I know. Do you think is there a chance by which she has not left the country? Well, I don't think so. I don't think anybody can successfully hide a Jew in Germany for more than a year. Well, I do think that somebody is successfully hiding her for so long. But why would they do that? Well, I don't know how humans operate, Walter, but I know one thing for sure. Humans can go to any extreme for many unexplainable things. So, I do not bother myself with the motive. I just wanted to know. So, you are hiding her, aren't you? Walter here thought for a moment. And after this thought, he realizes that he has lost the element of spontaneity to say no to that answer. Now he knows that he cannot lie to the Jew hunter, for he will definitely find that he is lying. He doesn't know what to do. So he slowly says yes. After that, Walter realizes that the chances of saving Shricharan and his family are slimming down and down. If it's ever a time to take the knife and initiate the attack, it will be the perfect time. At this stage, all the permutations and combinations of doing the attack keeps running on Walter's mind. One part of his mind says that, come on, take the knife and straight through his neck so that he cannot make the noise and alert the men outside. The other part of him says, you have failed, Walter. You have failed as a guy to protect the kid. You deserve to cut your throat yourself and die there. And the another part says, it's over, Walter. It's over. At least try to save yourself and your family. And yes, Walter lost in the battle of his minds. And he breaks down and he slowly raises his finger, slowly pointing toward the direction where Shricharan was hiding. He pleads to the Jew hunter not to kill her before his eyesight, for which the Jew hunter says, of course, Walter, I'm a man of dignity. I do not promote violence in households. She will be taken care to a German concentration center where the rest of the things will be carried out. And it was an astounding meeting with you, and you have, thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Walter, and you made things easy for everyone, and be proud of that. He taps him on his shoulder and goes towards the basement where Shricharan is hiding. He opens the door and gently pulls her by arms and takes her to the van. While she goes to the van, she sees her mother Emilia and says to her, I said right, I should have hid by the side of the wells. That's why Sophia never finds me, she says with tears in her eyes. All the members of the family break down to see her, that she is just leaving off in that van. The Walter and Emilia broke down looking at this hard sight, and the kid Sophia, she's perplexed and she doesn't understand why her playmate is leaving her, and Shricharan herself wasn't aware what is up waiting for her next. During the period of 1941 to 45, the Nazi army killed almost 6 million European Jews. That accounts to almost 2/3 of the European Jew population. And what's even more heart-wrenching is out of the 6 million, 1.5 million were children.